Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. It is Thursday night. It is January 18th, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Wrewind. That's right, folks. Another Thursday night to talk about all the exciting things that's happening in the world of professional wrestling. And guiding you in this journey is, of course, myself, your host. I am Jose Casabona. I'm the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am also the host, the founder, executive manager, and executive producer and content manager of the Ravens Flock. Many people wear lots of hats. I wear many sunglasses, except tonight because it's freaking cold indoors and I need to keep my head warm, you know?
Yeah, you've always worn that beanie, though.
Yeah, that's true. It's withstood the test of time. And joining me behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my typewriter for Wrestle Rewind, and man who puts in the bed hours behind all the videos that we produce on his channel every single week. What is the Juancho doing in the Impact Zone?
Watching Impact.
Mr. Juan Rouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister.
And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on both YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable all the notifications. Leave your questions and comments below, and we'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everybody know that you are helping break the Ravens Flock free from our shackles of late-stage capitalism and become full-time YouTubers. We're working hard, staying strong to make your voice our mission, and we can't do that if we still have to hold down a regular 9-to-5 job that's slowly but surely crushing our souls. So with your support and your help, we will succeed. Thank you for all your support, folks. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, again, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel. But Jose, pray tell, what is it that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
Well, here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Total Nonstop Action Wrestling's TNA Impact. And I'm happy to announce, folks, that tonight we're returning to our regular format. We're returning to full form.
Yay! We get to actually review all 3 of the shows.
That is right. Now, to paint the landscape of what's happening, folks, next weekend is the WWE Royal Rumble on Saturday, January 27th in St. Petersburg, Florida. And when it comes to NXT, expect a few names from NXT to make surprise appearances at this year's Royal Rumble.
What are we expecting? Like, Tiffany Stratton, what's his name, Spawn Breaker?
Oh, expect the unexpected. That's the best I can put it, because because I know you get tired of hearing the slogan, but it's true. Anything can happen in the WWE.
Well, anything can happen in the world of pro wrestling as a whole, but yeah, you're right. Anything can happen in the WWE.
And All Elite Wrestling is gearing up for AEW's Revolution, which will be on March over in the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina, where Sting will wrestle for the last and final time before finally retiring from professional wrestling.
That's
retiring,
right.
Lol.
That's right. The icon, the surfer, the Wolfpack guy, the joke Sting, he is finally hanging
franchise.
The franchise. Yes, thank you. The sunglasses and the main event mafia.
One of my personal heroes.
Steve Borden. He wrestled in a Christian Wrestling Federation for 5 minutes. He's finally going to hang up the boots once and for all and ride off into the sunset. Unfortunately, he's riding on upon the back of a pair of mules, but we'll get to that later on in the program.
And TNA has finally kicked off their relaunch of Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. They've just wrapped up their first pay-per-view event, Hard to Kill. More on that later. And we just got through watching the first televised re-debut of TNA Impact.
Which explains why we were running a little bit late. It's not our fault. It's literally these guys ran overtime, and we could not move away until we got to see the finish. It was impossible to look away. We had to. So we apologize, but in our defense, it was TNA's fault. Blame them.
Exactly. That's right, Juancho. That's the spirit.
Yes, now let's shift the blame to others.
Now let's go ahead and start the review. Juan, ring that bell.
Don't you mind if I do?
All right, let's go ahead and start things off with, of course, WWE NXT. After all, we're only 2 weeks away from NXT Vengeance Day, which will take place on, I believe, Saturday, February 4th or February 5th. Juan, check your calendar.
I don't have this written on my calendar, Jose. Why would I check here?
Damn it, man. See, that's what I'm telling you about.
Jose,
businesses have Google calendars.
Okay, but here's the thing. We're not really a business. We're just we're not even incorporated yet.
Okay, yeah, no. Sunday, February 4th is
yes,
NXT Vengeance Day.
Yeah, because Valentine's Day, they both start with a V.
Vengeance! I mean, Valentine's, I suppose. All right, let's start off with the opening match, which is another first-round quarterfinal match in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
All right, so this is Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes teaming up against
Idris Inoue and Malik Blade.
There we go. I literally hiccuped because I knew it was Idris Inoue and I hiccuped on Malik Blade's name.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I forgot about them too. Don't feel bad.
No, I will always feel bad. I do not like misremembering people's names. It's rude.
Now, here's the thing. The Trick Mello gang, when they made that to the ring, their entrance... Yeah, the Trick Mello gang. That's what they call themselves.
Cool.
Their entrance was very confusing. Like, they were playing a little bit of Trick Williams' music, and then they cut over to Carmelo's music, and then back and forth, and it was so confusing for us, the audience, watching.
Why?
Because it was cutting back between entrance musics. Like, guys, make up your mind.
No, I'm asking, why did they do that? It sounds very odd.
I know. It kind of reminds me of when WWE kicked off Rated RKO, and their entrance was basically cutting back between Randy Orton's entrance theme and Edge's entrance theme. That made no sense.
No, what?
I'll never understand that.
What? No. What?
Yeah, you remember?
I don't remember. Thank you for that. God dang it.
That was 2006.
God almighty.
That was back when they were feuding with DX.
Oh, God, you're right.
But that being said, another cool call out that I actually want to mention here during this tag match is that Malik Blade and Idris Inoue were actually sporting yellow polka dots in their ring gear, paying homage to the late WWE Hall of Famer, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Well, it is the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. It's a tag team tournament memorializing one of the founding fathers of NXT. So yeah, I suppose it's a nice way to pay homage. Hey, yeah, why not? Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. And this match was
like, what is Cody or Dustin Rhodes gonna march up like, no, you're not allowed to wear the polka dots. Meh.
No, dude, if that were the case, Seth Rollins would have been banned for a long time ago.
Exactly. He's like, yeah, you're not allowed. Also, Lisa Boo's in the chat. Hey, up there with Lisa Boo. Vicente Guerrero, Nikki Bella, and Matthew Coburn and Project Metal Music are all in the chat, by the way. I forgot to say hello. I apologize, folks. That was me. I was rude.
Don't worry.
Vicente was saying, sadly, with her injury, Darby Allin Light, a.k.a. Cora Jade, will not be one of the surprise Royal Rumble entrants. I know.
We'll get to that in just a bit. Don't worry about it.
Maybe I'm getting sympathy pain from her because my right knee is hurting like hell.
I mean, a torn ACL has definitely hurt a lot of wrestlers. So.
Yeah, but it's my thing is right under my right kneecap. It's not a torn ACL.
Well, maybe you and CM Punk might have something in common because he tore his ACL, he tore his MCL, he tore his meniscus. Am I hitting anywhere in that spot, Juan?
I don't know where half of those are.
Oh yeah, you're right. You and I have never taken anatomy.
Well, I haven't busted my leg that hard. Vicente was saying no matter what his in-ring style is like, Malik Blade has a badass name. Same song mix happened with Jericho. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But let's get to the match. Because
Yes,
the opening match, because despite the entrance ridiculousness, the opening match was actually a lot of fun. Both teams are incredible with their high-flying dynamics. Obviously, the story is that they're telling is that Trick Williams is in a bit of a crossroads. He's in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, of course, being strong-armed by Carmelo Hayes, who entered him and Trick into the tournament.
Without consulting him.
I know, dick move.
Because that's what friends do. I do shit without consulting you.
But Trick Williams, later in the evening, was also greeted by the returning NXT champion Ilya Dragunov, saying that their main event match for the NXT title is on at Vengeance Day. So he's working double duty.
Ah, damn.
I know. But yeah, no, great back and forth action for both tag teams. Idris Inoue and Malik Blade got the early advantage on Trick Williams. Trick Williams absorbed a lot of offense from Idris Inoue and Malik Blade. And you know what? I will say this. Vicente Guerrero, I agree with you with Malik Blade. Idris Inoue, however, that's quite a name. That's quite a name. That's all I'm going to say.
No, it's fine.
It's all right.
It's fine.
I've heard worse names, so we're good.
There's way worse.
Yeah, no. Trick Williams was able to mount a comeback, hitting consecutive scoop slams in the middle of the ring, much to the fans' delight. Carmelo Hayes also hit his trademark moves, hitting his Northern Lights suplex, connecting with the final cut to try to get only able to get a 2 count, and then in the final moments of the match, Carmelo Hayes hits the code breaker on Idris Enofe, and then Trick Williams puts Enofe away with the running knee strike to pin and win. Your winners and advancing to the semifinals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, the Trick Mello Gang.
Ouch, this is not going to end well for the two of these guys.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they might get into like, oh, we're going to win the Classic, but no, something's going to happen. I could smell this from a mile away. These two are going to have some kind of miscommunication in the finals or something, and they're going to be pissed with each other.
I mean, I get it. They want to have, if there's
storytelling.
If the storytelling is going to have the big payoff, where the heartbreak happens during the pay-per-view instead of on TV, okay, I'm all for that, but I mean, as entertaining as the story is, they really are dragging this out, aren't they, Juan?
Honestly, yes. I hate to say it, but I do believe it's high time that they pack it in. Not because we don't like it, but we feel like the actual situation between Mello and Trick has kind of passed itself.
Yeah, it kind of is.
They missed their exit off of the freeway.
Absolutely, and if they don't make this blow-off happen at Vengeance Day, then they run the risk of, Juan, help me fill the blank, if they don't make the payoff.
Yeah, if they don't make this happen soon, then they run the risk of
diluting the story?
Yeah, and wearing it out, and no one's going to care.
Exactly. But, that being said, great opening match. Let's continue.
All right, next match.
The next exciting match is another round in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Playa.
Holla, holla!
All right, this time it's another tag match featuring, representing Chase University, is the MVP of Chase U, Duke Hudson, and the #1 finalist in the men's breakout tournament, Riley Osborne, going up against the tag team coming from SmackDown, the LWO. That is Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro.
Oh shit! Wait, what the hell are what the hell are the LWO doing in NXT still? I thought they were done with that stuff. No.
Nah, bro, they're on loan from SmackDown, and they were accompanied to the ring by Zelina Vega.
I automatically forgive them for everything.
I know, but
I automatically forgive them for everything. They brought the muñeca back to NXT.
But I don't want to retire the Phantom League joke.
Jose. I automatically forgive them for everything. They brought back Zelina Vega.
But the Phantom League!
They brought back Zelina Vega. Guys, am I like speaking? Am I speaking Yiddish or something? Am I speaking in Esperanto?
All right.
They brought Zelina Vega with them to NXT. Okay. Zelina Vega is the hotness. Like, tell me, this girl, this woman, this wonder babe is not fully hot over here. Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. I dare you. You can't deny it.
Dude, I'm not denying it. You don't have to.
You are denying. You're denying the glory of Zelina Vega. She brought the glory of Puerto Rico out at that backlash that they had last year, and she was rocking it like nobody's business. And you dare to disrespect Zelina Vega like that? Do ya?
No!
You dare disrespect Zelina?
No!
I don't. I won't. Look at this.
I just don't want to retire a joke that...
I don't say anything about retiring a joke.
Okay.
Who? No one said that.
Okay.
No one.
So we can still call them the...
putting words in my mouth.
Wait, hang on. So we can still call them the Phantom League?
Yes, we can still call it the Phantom League. That's not the point. The point is Zelina Vega is the hotness.
Okay.
Look at this. Stop that. Not that. Stupid thing.
I think you've made
No, I have not made my point. Look at the glory. Look at the glory.
Are you trying to full screen?
Yes. Look at the glory of Zelina Vega. If she doesn't scream Boricua pride, I don't know what does. Maybe those glorious abs do. I don't know. I don't know enough about abs. Mine are still hidden. They're very camera shy. Point is, Zelina Vega is glorious, and I automatically forgive the LWO for everything.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. Let's continue.
There.
All right. So, no. You're good. You made a good argument.
Thank you.
And thankfully, during this match, the Phantom League were not the de facto heels during the tag match because there was no outside interference from Zelina Vega. She's just there to cheer on her compadres.
Yeah, she's there to cheer on her compas.
Her compas, yeah, exactly. And damn, man, Joaquin Wilde, he got a lot of high lucha offense in on both Riley Osborne and on Duke Hudson. I mean, it's no surprise considering it's the same guy that did that really cool tope dive a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, no, the really big tope dive where what's his face, Carlito and
Cruz.
And Cruz springboarded him.
Yeah, that was really fun. Yeah, no, definitely. Joaquin Wilde definitely got a lot of time to shine during this match. They were working over Riley Osborne for a bit until he got the hot tag on Duke Hudson, and Duke Hudson is just a fire keg coming out of there. He goes to work on the former X Division champion, and oh yeah, by the way, Joaquin Wilde, former X Division champion.
Cool.
How's that for a factoid?
Nice. The more I know.
Yep, Duke Hudson lays in a couple of right-hand strikes and then lays in a couple of German suplex onto Joaquin Wilde. And despite the offense going in, and what's his face? Joining Chase U was also Andre Chase, and man, he looks dead, man. He looks like he's done. Like, he hasn't had a string of good luck in the past couple of weeks with their stupid storyline of Chase U going bankrupt.
Yeah, that was definitely a choice.
Yeah, there was a story playing here, is that apparently the balance in power is shifting over to JC Jane, and she might be taking over Chase U from right under Andre.
God almighty, that why though? Why? What is her deal?
She's a master manipulator.
No, she's not! She was coming out from the Toxic Attraction and the whole other thing with what's her face, Gigi Dolan.
Yeah.
Before this.
Yeah, and now she has a storyline, unlike Gigi, who is floundering in the middle of nothing.
Good point. What the hell?
So, anyways, getting back to the match. So, after some more high flying comebacks from the LWO, Cruz del Toro hits the Phoenix Splash to pin and win. Your winners and advancing to the semifinals in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. The Phantom League!
The LWO, the Latino World Order here, guys. Yeah, no, and, again, Jose, just for the record.
More evidence.
For the record, look at this! Look at this glorious woman! Look at her! Look her straight in the eye and say that she isn't awesome! I dare you! I double dare you, motherfucker!
Okay, I'm looking straight at the Queen's eye and telling her that she's awesome. What? Like, why are you threatening me like this? Are you saying that I'll be damned if I don't?
Well, let me put it this way. I believe Vicente Guerrero said it black. Malachi said it best. Malachi Black would agree with Juancho on Zelina Vega. Plus, anyone disagrees, Malachi would run over, kick you in the head, and shout, "My girl is hot as fuck! Say it!" Yeah.
Also, please don't tell me that the Queen of the Damned joke went over your head.
No, it did not. Go I'm just not going to acknowledge it right now.
Aw, Dick.
You are trying to disrespect Zelina Vega.
I'm not trying to...
I will not abide.
Okay, fair enough. I should not disrespect Zelina Vega.
Damn right you should not.
And speaking of disrespect, but there are two other guys that we shouldn't disrespect, Quancho, because they actually gave us a surprisingly entertaining and funny segment. In fact, you pretty much petitioned that I talk about this.
All I did was petition that, okay, I don't know whether or not you'll qualify it as a best or worst segment of the night, but it definitely deserves an honorable mention. You're the one who decided ultimately here.
All right, I ultimately decided that, yes, this is a best segment because it got me laughing. It's a backstage interview with the mixed tag team of Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. And yes, I know, Corbin is the worst.
Corbin is the worst! But, why the hell is Corbin dressed up like Fred Durst? Like a really, really tall Fred Durst.
Because much like his motorcycle, he just keeps rolling, baby.
Yeah, he does it all for the nookie.
Thank you. And that's your biggest question? You're not asking why Braun Breaker is wearing his dad's jacket?
No, we know why he's wearing his dad's jacket. His father can't wear it. He can't go out in public anymore, so.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Ouch.
Haha, transphobe.
But that being said, the interview starts off with Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker talking about how they're going to win the tournament. And then it goes into some weird segue where Braun Breaker talks about coming up with this brilliant tag team name while taking a shower. And he And he words it like saying like, yeah, no, I was thinking about Baron Corbin while I was showering, and I was thinking about calling us the Wolf Dogs.
Corbin, like, deadpan looks Breaker straight in the face like, wait, the Wolf Dogs? You came up with that name? What the hell are you doing? Like, yeah, no, I just thought about this like 4 weeks ago, you know? Like, 4 weeks? We've only been a tag team for 2 weeks. Well, I was just thinking, I was just thinking of like, I was just thinking about the potential of Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin while I was in the shower. You were thinking about me in the shower?
Oh, God. Braun,
just... Like,
there's a low blow that I could hit with Braun Breaker, but I'm not gonna. That's too much for me.
Also, you guys can't see me on it, but it's like very much he was like sticking his foot in his mouth, and I was like, I was trying to bend my leg up to my face here, like,
Dang, man. And I thought I was bad when I opened my mouth and say shit.
Yeah, no, well, we understand when you say dumb shit. This one was just embarrassing.
It was embarrassing, but it got me laughing, and it got Juan laughing.
Yeah, it did. Like, okay, fine, that's fucking funny. Corbin's the worst, though. God damn it.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so clear, and it clearly paints us a picture of where the Dusty Rhodes tournament is heading. Right now, they're telling two stories. The inner conflict between the Trick Mellow Gang and this weird alliance between Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin.
This odd couple looking shit. It's so weird. It's so odd because they literally just got slapped together. Hey, we're both assholes. Let's be assholes together. Like, what? Hey, let's do it. We're going in the tournament. What?
Hey, man. At least they're not like the freaking Allied Powers and only teaming up because of flags. That would have sucked.
You mean the League of Nations thing?
Oh no, I meant the Allied Powers, 1995. Lex Luger and the British Bulldog.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, they made it bad before the League of Nations did. 20 years late. Oh my god, 20 years late. Oh my god.
You guys are getting a real-time realization here on Wrestle Rewind.
1995. The Allied Powers teaming up just because they're foreigners and they have flags. The League of Nations teamed up in 2015 after Survivor Series just because they're foreigners and they hate America and flags. Ah, fucking hell!
They literally recycled an idea from 20 years prior, and nobody noticed until now.
Thank goodness for the Helmsley regime for taking over WWE.
Well, that was 2015. I mean, this was nearly 9 years ago.
I know. What the hell is wrong with you, WWE? Borrowing gimmicks from the past.
Well, if it can't really count as borrowing if you don't recognize it.
All right. Well, speaking of something that shouldn't be recognized, is the underwhelming match of NXT, and it's a one-on-one encounter between two European strongmen, Ridge Holland versus the leader of the Scottish faction Gallus, Joe Coffey.
Hold on, isn't Ridge Holland from shit?
He's from England.
No. Shit. My brain just hiccuped. I hate when this happens.
No, it's okay.
Brutes.
Yeah, he's from the Brawling Brutes. And Ridge Holland is from Yorkshire, England.
Yorkshire, England.
Yes.
Yeah, the same town, same township as our lovely sister, Steph the Alternate.
You stay away from Steph the Alternate, man. I don't want you putting her on the injured shelf.
Steph will rip Ridge Holland's nuts out.
Sure about that? Because he's a
yes!
guy.
I'm sure. You don't believe me? Ask Louis Lecca from Nerd Report. She'll do it. She don't give a damn.
She'll hit him in the Brawling Brutes.
Exactly.
All right. So obviously so this match was pretty underwhelming because it's featuring a heel that folks are really not behind in Joe Coffey versus a babyface that no one really cares about because of
he killed Big E's career.
Because okay, that's a bit harsh.
You think I'm going to let that go? Yeah. Do you think I'm going to let that go, Jose?
Yeah, but that wasn't intentional.
But do you think I'm going to let that go?
Well, obviously not.
There we go, then. I'm never letting it go. And that's the reason why I can't be bothered to care about Ridge Holland. It took me a second to actually pinpoint the name of which faction he was in. That's how little I gave a shit about Ridge Holland.
Oof.
Yeah, and you're right, Matthew Coburn. There is no stopping Steph the Alternate. She's unstoppable.
That is true. But that being said, okay, I'll get straight to the chase. After some back and forth meaty action between the two guys, Ridge Holland was able to get the win over Joe Coffey. And then afterwards, we got a 3-on-1 post-match beatdown by Gallus. And the camera kept cutting to the entrance, expecting somebody to come to Ridge's rescue. But alas,
nobody. No Sheamus?
No Butch, no Sheamus, nobody came to Ridge's rescue as the Gallus boys stand tall. And this did absolutely no favors for Joe Coffey. It didn't get any sympathy over Ridge Holland because who the fuck can sympathize a guy who
killed Big E's career?
I was going to say, while intentional or not, killed Big E's career.
Yeah, no one's going to give a shit.
Oh man! At least he didn't kill Dragunov's career. That was fucking.
That would have been terrifying. And you're right, Project Metal Music. Steph may be small, but she will take out anyone. She don't give a fuck.
That is true, and I dare not incur her wrath.
No, you better not. She is not one who you wish to trifle with.
And there's someone else who is not, who we shouldn't trifle with also, Juancho, as we get to the okay-ish segment of the night, and it is the segment of the newly crowned NXT North American Champion, the Great and Power Obafemi.
Okay, yeah, the Nigerian native who's literally still a little wet behind the ears in terms of in-ring experience at NXT, shocked the world has now been crowned the brand new NXT North American Champion, and apparently he's got a lot on his mind. Vicente in the chat is saying at some point we actually have to see Joe Coffey throw a cup of coffee on opponents. I don't think we're that lucky.
Yeah. That being said, Obafemi got on the mic, and he actually spoke really well during his promo segment. And the fans were cheering for Obafemi the whole time. That's how much power this guy has, and he just started his WWE career.
Hold on, wasn't he supposed to be a heel? Wasn't he supposed to be a bad guy?
It's really hard to differentiate. Right now, I think I'm going to place him on the tweener category. He doesn't adhere to either side.
Okay, so he's neither good guy nor bad guy. We're just
yeah.
Okay.
He's just there, and he bragged about his accomplishments, how he accomplished things in football and the NCAA, and how he made accomplishments in winning the tournament. And yeah, no, it was just a standard promo for the newly crowned champion. The fans love it. The fans were behind it. But one person did not take losing very likely, and that was Dragon Lee. I don't have a screenshot of it, unfortunately. But Dragon Lee came down to the ring, and that's where the segment had to go down a few notches because, I've said this many times in the past, Dragon Lee's a great wrestler, but talking is not his strongest suit.
Ouch. What happened? What did he just, what did he end up, talking about or saying or whatever?
Well, he said that he respected Obafemi for taking his opportunity and cashing in on the championship, and he wanted to know if Obafemi would continue the tradition of the NXT North American title Open Challenge, and he wants to be the first challenger to the North American Championship, to which Obafemi has declared that the Open Challenges are now closed.
Ow.
And then Dragon Lee got fired up and challenged Obafemi for the North American Championship at Vengeance Day, to which Obafemi says that he'll decide on his terms, and pretty much just left Dragon Lee in the middle of the ring and left.
Left him hanging with his jaw open like a doof.
Yeah.
Ow.
Like I said.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay. Ow. So, okay, let me get this straight. Dragon Lee comes back in, congratulates Obafemi, asks Obafemi if he's going to continue doing open challenges. Femi says no. Dragon Lee challenges him anyway. And Obafemi basically says, I'll think about it.
Pretty much. He'll decide on his terms.
Ow.
Very much ow. Like I said, the segment starts great, but it takes a dive when Dragon Lee has to talk.
More like a slope. I wouldn't dive. More like a very steady, shallow slope.
Very well. I'll give you that. No worries then.
There's a noticeable decline, but not so harsh that it's oh my god, this is unwatchable.
Now, before we get to the main event, we do have an honorable mention from this week's NXT, and that is a backstage segment featuring Josh Briggs on the right, and to the left, a former WWE World Champion, John Bradshaw Layfield.
Oh, god damn it. Not Bradshaw!
Oh, yeah, the wrestling god!
What the hell does he want now? Does he need somebody to polish his Longhorn limousine or some shit? What the hell's JBL doing here?
Oh, no. Josh Briggs. Hey, you can't tell me that shit was entertaining, Juan.
You got that wrong. You said what you're supposed to say is that you can't tell me that shit wasn't entertaining.
You can't tell me that shit wasn't entertaining with JBL, the character.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right. The thing is, I'm still sore about him beating Eddie Guerrero. Okay, you think you're okay?
I know,
Okay?
I know.
Right?
I know.
Okay,
I
alright.
dig.
Okay, you dig?
I dig.
I dig. You dig?
I dig.
I dig. You dig.
All right, let's move on.
Moving on.
So, Josh Briggs was consulting JBL to give him some advice on what he should do, and JBL pretty much told Josh Briggs that he picked him for the Iron Survivor Challenge because of two things. Number one, he's a good big guy, and number two, he sees a lot of untapped potential, and he challenges Josh Briggs to ask himself the universal question: who is Josh Briggs? And JBL then reflected on his wrestling career, on how after he did away with all the stuff for the Acolytes, for the APA, he delved into himself and finding out who he really is, and he discovered himself as a wrestling god. And he's waiting for Josh,
AKA rich asshole Texan.
Hey, if it works, right? It got him a WWE championship.
Yeah, but okay, does it really count though?
Yes, it does.
Does it though?
And he's giving he's giving the same advice to Josh Briggs. And thankfully, I think that ends there, because if we try to pair up JBL with one of the NXT newcomers, I don't know if that's going to work well. I mean, last time we did that was with Baron Corbin, and he didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But this could be a sign of planting the seeds of Josh Briggs' dissension from Brooks Jensen and Fallon Henley and going on his own merry ways. Maybe not in the way of the wrestling god, maybe not in the way of playing the stock market or being a freaking rich billionaire, but becoming his own man and finding his own identity outside of the bar.
Master now?
Exactly. Being his own man outside of the bar. Or the barn. Take your pick. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, that faction is so weird. Vicente in the chat, I like JBL, but look what happened when he managed Baron Corbin. Yeah, he managed Corbin straight into the ground.
No, I mean, well, here's the thing. JBL's at no fault. Baron Corbin didn't do any favors for himself.
How?
Because it was still Baron Corbin. Anyways, now let's get to the main event. And this is an exciting one, folks. The main event of this week's NXT is a 20-women battle royal. And whoever wins will become the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship at Vengeance Day.
Okay, there are too many women here, so I'm going to ask you, okay, here's what I'm going to do.
I'm going to go down from top right to bottom left. How's that?
Yeah, all right. And folks, you're
going to have to full screen the whole damn thing. All right, so here we go. From top right, we have Kalani Jordan. We have
Thea Hale.
No. I said top right.
This is the right.
All right, sorry. Top left to bottom right.
Okay.
Kalani Jordan, Carmen Petrovic, Adriana Rizzo. Let's see here. I'm looking very carefully here. Kiana James, Lash Legend. Not Tiffany Stratton, I think.
No, that's not Tiffany Stratton.
No, definitely not. All right. Oh no, that's Izzy Dane.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. That is, damn, so many newbies. Stevie Turner, Thea Hale, Elektra Lopez.
And now in the bottom row.
Ariana Grace, Blair Davenport, Fallon Henley, Gigi Dolan, a newcomer whose name I don't know. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. And another one I don't know. I'm sorry. I think that's Lola Vice.
That's Lola.
That's Lola Vice. Sorry.
Lola Vice is the one with the red hair.
Oh no. The one in purple, I think her name is Jada Parker. I remember the name. The orange hair Jakara Jackson, Lola Vice, Tatum Paxley, and finally Roxanne Perez. Oh my freaking god, so many names.
Yay, you did it. I'd give you a sip of my glitch, but you can't have caffeine.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now, originally, Cora Jade was supposed to participate in the Battle Royale, but it was reported by WWE that during a live show, an NXT live show in Dade City, Florida, Cora Jade actually tore her ACL wrestling against a WWE newcomer, Ren Sinclair, who was participating in the Battle Royale, mind you. And unfortunately, Cora Jade will be out for over a year.
Wait, what?
It's a torn ACL.
Ah, shit! Like we just got Cora Jade back too.
I know, and this is really bad because she came back with a lot of momentum.
Vicente's over here for Jose and Juancho's reaction alone on a watch along. Sammy Callahan versus Baron Corbin 60-minute Iron Man match. Book it tomorrow, Sean.
Oh God, no.
Sammy Callahan isn't in NXT though, is he?
No, he's not even in TNA. He's a free agent.
That'd be funny. But
that being said, on a serious note, we in the Ravens flock would like to wish Cora Jade a full, speedy recovery.
Definitely. Cora Jade, you are in our thoughts, and this time not in the pervy thoughts. Yeah, no, you're right. Project Metal Music, major ouchies.
That being said, this is kind of a weird decision for WWE. Ren St. Clair, the woman who wrestled Cora Jade, and mind you, Ren St. Clair is not the one who injured Cora Jade from what I've read, but she's taking Cora Jade's spot in the Battle Royal. I don't know, it just seems weird that she's given the opportunity.
Well, it clearly wasn't an issue that was her fault directly, so why would they fault her on it?
Fair point. Now, Juan, I did send you the clip of the full match of the Battle Royal. Have you had a chance to watch it?
No.
Okay, fine. Then I'll go ahead and talk about it. So,
I was working.
I know. And in the times that you're not, in the times when you're in your quiet moments.
I don't have quiet moments. Have you noticed? I never have quiet moments. All my moments are occupied by noise. Lots of bad, horrible butt noise.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Okay, well, let's continue.
Continue, please.
So, yeah, it was pretty much bonkers, the entire Battle Royal. And the added stipulation is that the final 4 women in the Battle Royal will compete in a fatal 4-way match. And whoever wins, and the winner is decided by pinfall or submission. So that's a cool twist there for the Battle Royal. Very nice.
Cool.
So, yeah, the bodies begin to go over. I'm trying to think of who got eliminated first. Jada Parker was the first one to be eliminated, and so is Adriana Rizzo. Both these girls are from the OTM faction and the Tony D'Angelo family, respectively. So, yeah, I know it's kind of weird. There was also a bit of a dissension between Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez during the Battle Royal. They tried to work together as a unit until Lola Vice turned on Elektra Lopez and threw her ass over the top rope. What a bitch!
Ow.
And then Lola Vice got eliminated, and both Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez were brawling at ringside during the Battle Royal.
Even though they both got eliminated.
Yeah, because
screw you.
Yeah, because screw you. You threw me out. We're supposed to be best friends, man.
No, screw you. I want to win.
Exactly.
Yeah, Vicente is over here saying, yeah, sorry for Cora Jade getting injured this bad. Reminds me of Chris Statlander. She came back to AEW and then got injured again only weeks later, out for another 9 months.
I know. Her knees, man. Jeez, both of them. Ugh.
Shit.
All right. So that being said, more eliminations happen. Jada Parker gets eliminated. So does Tatum Paxley, and Blair Davenport also gets eliminated. What's funny is that Blair Davenport was about to eliminate Carmen Petrovic until Carmen hits her with a knockout blow, knocking Blair Davenport over the top rope. Blair Davenport, being the sore loser, then pulls Carmen Petrovic from under the ring and hits her with a freaking knee to the face. Ouch. Yeah.
Sorry, no, I'm wincing. Like, knee to the.
Yeah, I know. And then Izzy Dane and What's-Her-Face and Lash Legend were both temporarily teaming together because they're the 2 strong women in the Battle Royal until they start brawling back and forth against each other. Both Lash Legend and Izzy Dane get eliminated. And after so many bodies hitting the floor, take that drowning pool, we're down to the final 4. Roxanne Perez, Fallon Henley, Kiana James, and Kalani Jordan.
And they has fight.
And damn, man, Kiana James, she was all over the place. I think she did a lot of the legwork during the Fatal 4-Way match because she got a lot of offense on all 3 competitors. She was pretty much working overtime, hitting back-to-back shoulder thrusts on Fallon Henley and on Roxanne Perez. She even at one point hit the 401k finishing move onto Fallon Henley, but was only able to get a 2 count because Roxanne Perez was able to break it up in time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kalani Jordan hits the 5-star frog splash.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Remember, she is a student of the whole damn show.
Okay, so she took Rob Van Dam's finisher?
That's right.
And he let her?
He let her.
God damn.
Why not?
Yeah, why not, I guess. Okay, go on.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she was only able to get a 2 count, and then she tries to go for her split leg moonsault. And that unfortunately doesn't work because Izzy Dane, the bodyguard of Kiana James, pulls Kiana out from under the ring ropes, and then Roxanne Perez used this as an opportunity to hit Kalani Jordan with the Pop Rocks to pin and win. Your winner and challenging Lyra Valkyria for the NXT Women's Championship at Vengeance Day, Roxanne Perez.
Unbelievable. Roxy comes out on top over 20 freaking women in a whole battle royal, and now she's moving on, and she's gonna get the challenge. And Aaron Cooper's in the chat. Hey, up there, Aaron Cooper. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Hey, guys, I'm tardy again. No worries, no big...
You don't have to keep saying that. There's no requirement for you to be here on time. You are fine, Aaron Cooper.
You're okay, Aaron. You guys are okay if you're a little bit late.
That being said, this is pretty cool. Lyra versus Roxanne at Vengeance Day. However, there seems to be a shift in character when it comes to Roxanne Perez. For the past couple of weeks, based on the promos that Roxanne has been cutting, it looks like WWE are planting a heel turn for Roxanne Perez, and it might pay off at Vengeance Day.
Oh, unbelievable. So you think that Roxy's going to go bad girl?
Oh, yes. And this will finally cement her as one of the top characters in WWE because she needs to have a heel turn. It needs to happen.
Does she?
You can only be a perennial babyface for so long before the fans get bored of it, Juan.
Good point. But still, like, it's still, I don't know. It feels a little odd. It feels a little ham-fisted here.
It feels a little ham-fisted. I mean, they were trying to drop hints here and there. I saw a WWE.com digital exclusive interview, and based on her words alone, like, yeah, she is leaning heel.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yes. And I can't wait to see it.
All right. Well, I guess that takes care of that. Congrats to Roxy. Oh, my God. What have we done?
Hells yeah. And now we're going to get into this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Light the fuse, hit the boom, Dynamite!
This week's Dynamite takes place over at the Charleston Arena over in Charleston Coliseum in Charleston, South Carolina.
That's a lot of Charleston. You owe me Charleston shoes now.
Okay, but I'm not going to dance the Charleston shoes.
Who said anything about dancing? I know you've got 5 left feet and a right toe that's disjointed from one of your ankles. I'm never, ever going to ask you to dance. I just want some Charleston shoes.
I'll think about it.
I hate you.
All right, but anyways, let's get to the opening match. This opening contest is for the AEW TNT Championship as the Patriarch, Christian Cage, defends the championship against the Natural, Dustin Rhodes.
Holy shit.
That's right, a battle of two in-ring veterans who are pushing 50.
Also, Project Metal Music is over here saying that that they're heading out to bed. They need sleep. It's 3:50 in the morning. Holy shit. Yeah, no. By all means, good night, Project Metal Music.
Go to bed.
Go the fuck to sleep.
Go to sleep.
You are free to catch us on the replay. No harm done.
In fact, we encourage you to catch us on the replay and share this episode with all the friends you know.
We are the Ravens Flock, and we demand that you get some proper sleep.
Hells yeah. But now let's get
REM cycles are important.
But now let's get to the one-on-one match, because Dustin Rhodes, who, by the way, recently wrestled at a pay-per-view at World's End, and where Swerve Strickland smashed a cinder block onto Dustin Rhodes' ankle, trying to, end his career. And Dustin Rhodes, like, based on his movement, like, he no-sold the injury, because, sure, why not?
Because, of course,
hey, man, there ain't gonna be no speed bumps in my roads, if you know what I mean. That was bad.
That was really bad.
That being said, unfortunately,
very disappointed.
That being said, unfortunately, the odds were not in his favor, as Christian Cage was flanked by Killswitch, aka Luchasaurus, Nick Wayne, and Nick Wayne's mom, Shayna. That's right. 3 bodies at ringside against
Shayna Wayne.
Shayna Wayne. Wayne. 3 bodies at ringside, flanking Dustin Rhodes, taking whatever advantage they can with the referee's back turned. Dustin Rhodes at one point tried to hit the Shattered Dreams, but Christian Cage was able to dodge that out of the way, slamming Dustin Rhodes in the middle of the ring. Let's see here. More back and forth action and more bullshit from ringside.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, no, the referee once again had his back turned, and Nick Wayne attacks Dustin Rhodes, but up to no avail. Like, first of all, Dustin Rhodes hits his comeback and hits a sunset flip powerbomb onto Christian Cage.
Shit!
That was cool. And then he goes to ringside, and that's when Nick Wayne gets involved in his business, and then Dustin Rhodes puts Nick Wayne away outside with a Canadian destroyer.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Like, okay, so he just murdered that child, Nick Wayne.
Yes, he did. And then he gets back into the ring, and he goes for the Shattered Dreams on Christian Cage, and he finally gets it, nailing him into 2 conquistadors.
Ha.
And just as it looked like things were going his way, Dustin Rhodes finally hits the crossroads, but Christian Cage was able to kick out after 2. And then,
God damn it.
Yep, I know. And then we got some more back and forth action, and Christian Cage finally puts away Dustin Rhodes, hitting Dustin with a spear, then picking him up to hit the kill switch. Dustin was able to kick out after 2, and Christian Cage hits one more kill switch for good measure to pin and retain. Your winner, and still the AEW TNT champion, Christian Cage.
Fucking hell, unreal. I'm sorry, I get it. Christian Cage, he's running as this take no prisoners super heel. Okay, he's got the faction of a child that he brainwashed with his mom, and let's not lie here. Luchasaurus is a fucking tool.
He deserves better than this.
No, he doesn't. He's just a fucking tool.
Ouch. Okay.
No.
Is there some bullshit that he did in real life that I need to know about?
No, it's just he's just no.
Okay. All right.
He insists on himself.
All right. I mean, personally, I'm a fan of Luchasaurus.
Okay. Yeah, well, for me, he insists on himself.
All right, fine. Fair enough. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the exciting match of the night. And this is a 6-man trios match for the Ring of Honor World...
A 6-man tag team match. This is Ring of Honor matches. We don't have to adhere to the terminology in fucking AEW because this is a Ring of Honor match.
That is true. This is a 6-man tag team match, and this match is for the Ring of Honor World 6-man Tag Team Championship as The Machine, Brian Cage, and the Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan and Toa Linoa, I finally remember their names, team up against the Bullet Club Gold, Jay White, and the Guns.
Switchblade and the Ass Boys.
Ah!
I'm never gonna let them forget that. They are the Ass Boys now and forever. Vicente Guerrero was over here saying Dustin's Canadian Destroyer was extra special because the Canadian Destroyer was hit by a guy from Texas. Yeah. Dustin Rhodes is extra lethal on account of being a Texan.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, screw it. I don't want to mess with that.
Hang on a minute. Where's Cody Rhodes? How come he doesn't do a Canadian Destroyer?
Because he values his career's longevity.
All right, fair enough. I get that. All right, so getting back to the 6-man tag. So, great action for both teams. I'm a fan of Brian Cage and his work. Me and Juan, we've talked enough about how much we love Brian Cage in the ring. He's a powerhouse.
Yeah.
But he's also he's also a lucha powerhouse.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie. Brian Cage is the only one, one of the few guys who looks like a proper goddamn professional wrestler, and I've got nothing but respect for the motherfucker. He is scary. Please don't eat me.
That being said, not to say that the Gates of Agony are not doing any favors, because the Gates of Agony are a cool team.
Yeah, they're not. Notice I'm not knocking on the Gates of Anarchy. I just don't know enough of them to have a vested opinion.
The Gates of Anarchy sounds much better than the Gates of Agony. Juan, thank you.
What do you guys... Wait, did I say Gates of Anarchy?
You said Anarchy. It sounds better. Thanks, Juan.
Okay, I'm looking right at their name, and I fuck it up. How bad am I? But okay, what do you guys think? Does Gates of Anarchy sound better or Gates of Agony sound better?
The real question is AEW now going to trademark it because we said it?
Knowing Tony Khan, he already fucking has. Booger sugar daddy.
That being said, when we got back from commercial break, the Mogul Embassy, the whole trio of them, were gaining the upper hand over Bullet Club Gold, as the Gates of Agony did a really cool move. They did a good 6-man tag move. What they did is they took one of the Guns, one of the Ass Boys, they threw it at Brian Cage. Brian Cage intercepts it and hits a sit-out powerbomb.
Shit!
I know, that's pretty gnarly, isn't it?
Yes, that is very gnarly. Oh my god, that's horrifying.
Yep, that's right. And as both the Gates of Agony and the Ass Boys are brawling at ringside, in the ring is Brian Cage and the Switchblade, Jay White. And both men go back and forth in their ring action. Brian Cage was able to evade the first attempt at the Blade Runner until we got some interference from Prince Nana at ringside. But then out comes the AEW World Trios Champions, the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster, to keep the Mogul Embassy from interfering. And then thanks to those boys, Jay White was able to hit the Switchblade on Brian Cage to pin and win. Your winners and new Ring of Honor World 6-man Tag Team Champions, the Bang Bang Gang.
No, Bullet Club Gold.
But they're called the Bang Bang
Bullet Club Gold.
You're not going to dignify that?
No, I'm not going to dignify that. What the hell? No, Vicente was saying that, he has trouble, hard time remembering Gates of Agony's individual names too. Tongaroa, then I always blank on the other guy's name. And then I get it mixed up with Tama Tonga from over in New Japan, from Bullet Club, and that's totally rude because Tama Tonga is the good bad guy. Or is the bad good guy? I don't remember.
Hey, by the way, fun fact, Wancho. One of the Gorillas of Destiny was actually former WWE superstar Camacho.
Oh my god.
It's okay. It's okay. He did better for himself. But let that sink in your head for a minute.
No, I don't want it. I don't have a keyboard to flip anymore, Jose.
Okay.
But yeah, okay, congrats. Okay, so what is this? Does it mean that the Acclaimed are like they did that in order to keep the match from being interfered with by the Mogul Embassy?
That's right, because the Acclaimed are feuding with the Mogul Embassy for the AEW World Trios titles.
What the hell are the Mogul Embassy involving themselves in a Ring of Honor 6-man tag championship match for?
Because they were the defending champ. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, hey! I thought the whole point of Ring of Honor having their own show was so that they defend their titles on their own show.
Why should they, Jose? Tony Khan's a fucking moron. He doesn't want to do that. Let him. Because he's the best booker of all time. Okay,
booking blunder aside, this was still a fun 6-man tag match. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, true.
And the right guys won.
Exactly, yeah. That's why we don't have any problem with it. Vicente also says, cool, anytime Switchblade wins, horrible when Cage jobs the guy's a badass. I know, that's the only downside. Fuck.
But that being said, let's talk about the exciting segment of the night, and I don't want to hear any jokes about this.
No jokes here. Go ahead, please.
This is actually important because Wednesday night on Wednesday at January 17th marks the 1-year anniversary since the passing of the former Ring of Honor World Champion, Jay Briscoe, a real name Jammin' Pugh. Now, we've covered his passing here on this program on Wrestle Rewind. It was very unfortunate. Jay Briscoe passed away after a very, very horrible car accident, which unfortunately also affected Jay Briscoe's daughter.
And not just his daughter over here, Jose. If I'm not mistaken, in the actual accident, hang on, I'm actually pulling it up right now.
Yeah, Juan's pulling up the circumstances right now so we can get the full story.
He was in a car crash back on January 17th of last year, and let's see here, and if I'm not mistaken, in the actual crash, he was picking up his daughters from cheerleading practice or sports practice of some kind, and they were also injured as well, but thankfully they both his daughters pulled through.
That is true. And Mark Briscoe, he got on the mic, and he spoke very well. Like, it was organic, it was real. So I'm not going to knock on his ability to talk.
Okay.
And and he did. And rather than leaving it on a sour note, he actually invites the rest of his family, the rest of the Briscoe family, to join him,
including his nieces.
And they all celebrated Jay Briscoe's life after they had their say, and after fans cheered. They played a video package showing the career highlights of Jay Briscoe, and that is one segment that me and Juan are not gonna have any knocks or any snide comments towards, because this was actually really good. Like, we have our comments, we have our opinions about All Elite Wrestling, but when it comes to honoring the wrestlers who have passed, like Jay Briscoe or Brody Lee, they've done a good job at that.
Exactly, yeah. No notes, no jokes, and I'm not going to knock on that ever. Like, the only thing that I had a problem with last week when they were trying to honor Brody Lee was, isn't Preston Vance a bad guy? That he denounced the Dark Order. Why is he, Oh, no, I agree with you. That made no sense. Yeah, okay. But other than that, this was sweet, this is nice, and this is them trying to do a proper tribute to Jay Briscoe. And Mark did right by his brother. And exactly. And the rest of his family. So, props to him.
Props to them boys. Exactly. That being said, let's go ahead and move on to the lackluster match of the night. Yep, we doing this, Juancho, unfortunately. Yeah, let's play it. All right. This was actually, did I pick? You know what? I'll talk about that. Sorry, I was thinking about another tag match, but this works.
No, this was the only. This was the only time.
Okay. I must have mixed up my notes, because I was
also I didn't realize you gave me a photo of Jay Briscoe. So yes, rest in peace. Badass motherfucker.
Yeah. That being said, actually, shit, because I had another tag match, but I got that mixed up. That's an editor mistake on my end.
So it's not supposed to. So the match that we're covering right now isn't Top Flight versus Private Party.
Oh no! Trust me, you're gonna hate this.
Okay, send me the right match then.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you on Facebook Messenger. So stand by.
Just say Messenger, or just say I'm sending it to you. You don't gotta tell where. I get it, but you don't have to.
All right. Bear with us for just a minute, folks.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
I hate you already. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you.
Oh, Juan, I love it when you drag out the Fs after you drop your bombs. Come on, let's do this. All right, it's a tag match, player.
Holla, holla.
The teams of Penta El Cero Miedo and Commander going up against against the best friends, that being Trent Beretta and the AEW International Champion, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you. Get out of here. Go, you're taking up TV time. You're taking up internet time. Stop that! You know what this is, folks? This is revenge for me not getting my cue cards right.
No, you got it right the first time. It's just taking up TV time.
All right, so let's talk about it. Okay, so I've already talked enough about how I'm a fan of the Lucha Bros and their tag team style, and it's fucking awesome. And with Penta El Cero Miedo teaming with Commander, that definitely does make up for Rey Fenix not being in the ring. Rey Fenix is still sidelined with an injury, and Commander was actually pulled his weight around during this tag match. And on the best friend side, Trent Beretta is apparently showing a little bit of his meaner side. He's more intense during this tag team match.
Oh, now he's angry. Now he's actually being, he's behaving like a wrestler. He's not goofing and just huggy-duggies.
Exactly. He's not goofing. He's not just doing huggy-duggies. He's actually meaning serious business. And when he gets in the ring and hits the offensive moves on both Penta El Cero Miedo and Commander, you could see it in his face. Like, either he's showing a much more meaner side just so the best friends can be taken a little more seriously, or, and this is just a stretch, it could be Trent Beretta it could be seeds of dissent being planted in the best friends.
Are they trying to hint that maybe the best friends are gonna break up?
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this is what Tony Khan built his whole promotion on. Everyone's a friend.
Ugh. That being said, Penta El Cero Miedo and Commander was able to regain their footing and continue their offense on the international champion. At one point, they tried to hit the tag team spike pile driver in the middle of the ring until Trent Beretta was able to make the save. Orange Cassidy then hit the beach break onto Penta El Cero Miedo, was only able to get a 2 count. And then after some more back and forth action between both teams, Trent Beretta was the one who got the win after hitting the Deadeye onto Commander. Your winner.
Wait, Trent Beretta hit the Deadeye?
Yes, he did.
But that's, what's his face? Hangman's move.
Yeah, it's Hangman's move.
What?
And Frankie Kazarian.
Is he? Okay.
And
what?
Lacey Evans.
Wait, hold on. Did I miss something?
Dude, Wancho, Hangman Adam Page does not own the
Did I miss a memo?
Hangman Adam Page does not own the Deadeye.
Hangman Adam Page doesn't own wrestling at all.
That being said, your winners, the best friends. And then after the match, we got an impromptu promo segment from Roderick Strong and the Undisputed Kingdom, and this was bad. I'll briefly touch on it, but like Roderick Strong is I don't have a screenshot, but like Roderick Strong is very much disappointed in how Orange Cassidy is carrying himself as a champion, just allowing people to just walk up to him and demand a challenge, and he wants to, and Roderick Strong wants to win the international title to bring back some prestige into the championship. And Orange Cassidy tried to challenge him for an impromptu title match right then and there on Dynamite, but this is where it gets stupid. Roderick Strong instead elects to wait until AEW Revolution in March to continue messing with Cassidy's mind. And this is where it gets really, really stupid, because if a new faction, the Undisputed Kingdom, after declaring that they're going to win all the championship gold, like, is making a huge statement, why not challenge him right there and then for the impromptu match and take the title from him? That would have made the message mean something instead of waiting it out till Revolution. And more to the point, the reason behind it being mind games? I'm sorry, but Roderick Strong...
Why would you announce that you're playing mind games, number one? And number two, what the fuck is going to take Roderick Strong seriously for mind games, quote-unquote, when he's been goofing and doofing this whole time, wearing a neck brace and hollering for Adam Page?
I take Roderick Strong's mustache more seriously than Roderick Strong.
No. I don't. That's an insult to mustaches.
Yeah, that's true. And like the sensible thing that he could have said.
Oh, you weren't done
yet.
yet.
Yeah, no. The logical thing that could have happened during the promo segment is that if Roderick Strong would have led saying that the bigger payoff, the bigger money would be a Revolution, that would have made the segment a little more sense. Rather than playing it off like to mind games.
Yeah, don't announce that you're going to play mind games against someone, especially against someone whose whole gimmick is, I'm not fazed by anything, I don't have a catchphrase, I'm just that kind of cool.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't work like that, for Jesus' sake. Like, listen, like as I said, actually that made a little bit more sense. Thank you, is that you gave a little bit of logic. It's like, okay, yeah, no, you know, I would challenge you right now, but I want to make this mean something, and I want the bigger payoff, I want the bigger payday, so I'm challenging you at Revolution, and in the meantime, you watch your back and keep your enemies close and your friends closer, or whatever. And because if we're trying the whole thing of this of Trent Beretta sowing dissent in him and him being meaner or whatever, that would allude to it a little more, wouldn't it? But no one knows how to fucking book around here, Tony. Vicente over here, use Adam Page's finisher and he screams backstage, then binges on alcohol. No, that's just Adam Page anywhere.
I know, right? That being said, yeah, no, that segment came off Roderick Strong looking very generic.
Not even like it's not even like an ineffectual bad guy, just dumb. Okay, all right. Now are we going to that at a tag match, or is that just forget it?
No, forget that. Now we're going to go straight into the segment because this is something I have been wanting to talk about, and this is incredibly groan-worthy, folks.
What are you talking about, Jose?
Well, Juancho, what's more offensive than advertising a failure of a WB video game called Suicide Squad?
I don't know, what?
The return of the executive vice presidents.
No.
No. You're going to want to sit down for this.
No.
This is actually serious.
No. I'm not doing it. I saw the clip. I fucking hate it. I'm not doing it.
All right. Well, let me talk.
I said I'm not doing it.
All right. Well, I'll talk about this.
You talk. Go ahead.
In this sit-down interview with Renee Paquette, Renee talks with the Young Bucks. And the Young Bucks, it looks like they've undergone a...
for the record, Renee Paquette's got some thighs. Can I get a side of coleslaw with those thighs?
You're a dumbass. You know Moxley will kill you, right?
He can try! He'll just bleed all over himself first. He's fucking Wimp Low in fucking Kung Pao Enter the Fist. I bleed, making me the victor. But not as a joke.
Damn, bro. That being said, it looks like the Young Bucks have gone through a bit of a character change during this interview. They're no longer prancing around in their colorful clothes or with the counterfeit bucks flying all over like confetti or being all smileys and being their natural young bucky selves. But now they're looking a little more, and I say this in big quotations, more serious and asserting their authorities as executive vice presidents. And they made this promo saying that they've started All Elite Wrestling on the simple message to change the world, but unfortunately they fell victim into like what was it, like superficial something superstars. There was a lot of S words in there. And this is why I need Juan's help, because I didn't want Juan to walk away from this. But, okay, basically, a lot of the promos that they're cutting, and even though they're not making direct shots, they're pretty much hinting that that they're trying to get rid of all the toxicity from the from their locker room, aka CM Punk. Yeah, like... This is where things get very ironic. No, hang on a minute. This is where things...
Fine, you know what? You finish.
I'll finish.
You finish and then I'll fucking say it.
Okay. This is where things get so fucking painfully ironic and stupid. Like, the Young Bucks are choosing now to lean on the real-life controversy with CM Punk and use that as part of their to wove it into their storyline for their new character shifts, while also cutting a promo that they're challenging Sting at Revolution because they're trying to get rid of the old generation of wrestling, so that for the good of AEW. And I'm like, why can't you do that with CM Punk? Like, this is what happens when all parties don't play along. Like, you could take real life situations and make it into a storyline for wrestling, and it could still work. Except that never happened between CM Punk and the Elite because the Elite didn't want to do business, and this whole fucking segment came off tone deaf. With that being said, I'm giving Juan the hot tag.
Hot tag. Tagging myself in. Fuck you. Give me a second. Hey folks, Juan Rouse from the Ravens Flock over here from the going backstage over here. Yes, yeah, you fucking walk away. You think about what you've done. I'm some guava warfare over there. I fucking love it, guys. Okay. Number 1, fuck your mustaches. Number 2, fuck your spy versus spy get-ups. Number 3, it's real easy to try to start heat and cut a promo against somebody who outdrew you in every sense of the word when he doesn't work for your company anymore. So either A, these guys are being dipshits, or B, they're trying to play some stupid-ass game where they're trying to actually actively piss off CM Punk and try to get him to break his NDA in order for them to actually get him in trouble in real life. Either that, or these guys are just little pansy-ass pussies. That being said, they seriously could not have made this any more transparent. They were trying to tie this whole thing into like, oh, well, all the cancerous old guys of the old generation of professional wrestling, they're the ones who are hurting, and they're being cancers in the locker room, and we have to destroy them. We're starting with Sting. I'm like, what? Motherfucker, Sting had nothing to do with you guys. You're not fit to hold his jock straps. And I know that Steve Borden doesn't wear a jockstrap, but he would put one on just for the sake of you motherfuckers not being worthy of holding it. This segment, this interview, was a very belated attempt to try to cash in on the controversy of them being the EVPs and them actually using their actual authority to get CM Punk thrown out of All Elite Wrestling, which, let's not fucking lie to ourselves, that's what they fucking ended up doing. And now what? They're doing this to get rid of Sting? To destroy what's up with Sting's career? And now I fucking understand that that apparently the story is that, like, the story that's been circulating in the background, folks, is that Sting has actually asked for the Young Bucks to help finish him off in his career. I say, no. We fucking booked it better last week. We fucking booked it better ourselves. Fucking don't even bother with a fucking tag match or whatever to try to hide it. Have it be like the finale of Sting. Actually, have it be fucking Darby Allin challenging Sting as his final match, and they'll go off into the sunset together.
Unfortunately, you ended up being right, and I hate it when you're right.
I hate it when I'm right too. Go to the corner, think about what you've done. I'm not done here. Fucking trying to get on the microphone. Fucking seriously. This is literally the Young Bucks just throwing their dick in everyone's face. It does them no favors. It does Sting no favors. It does Darby Allin no favors. It does Ric fucking Flair, who's wooings in the fucking background with his woo energy, no fucking favors. So why the fuck are we doing this? Really, why the fuck are we actually doing this? It's because we have a motherfucker in charge who's too coked out on cagematch.com results and literally servicing a tiny niche of a corner of a fucking room of fans when you have an entire palace worth of people who would prefer properly booked professional wrestling matches. But we don't get that. We don't get that at All Elite Wrestling. Not all the time. So, fuck. This is what we're stuck with, and it was dumb, and it was tone deaf, and I hated it. And I'm ashamed of you, Jose, for making me experience it. Think about what you've done. Okay, I'm fucking done. Have you thought about what you've done yet?
Yes.
No, you haven't. Shut up. Don't lie. Yeah, Vicente in the chat was saying, here from the Young Bucks equals popcorn break. If you challenge a guy, Sting, and then say that maybe he'll end his career in his retirement match, smart Bucks like usual. If Tony Khan really wants to give every AEW fan epic fan service, release the street fight footage of Punk and Ace Steel versus the Young Bucks and Omega, then Punk and Jungle Boy footage. Yeah, but that would be smart.
That would be smart.
And yeah, if there's one thing that we've proven, or that's been proven, not even by us, is that Tony Khan is not a smart man. Yeah, no, not even woe energy, woo energy, this fucking thing. Glitch energy is superior to woo energy because we don't use the freaking the freaking mushrooms from fucking The Last of Us as part of the mental energy shit in there. No, we don't use that shit.
Exactly. All right.
Fucking hell.
Let's wipe our hands of this stupid young counterfeit Bucks.
You're
shit.
the one who fucking brought it up, Jose. I hate you for it.
Because we had to talk about it. It was the worst thing on TV, Juan.
Well,
Now, before we get to the main event, we do have an honorable mention from last night's AEW Dynamite.
Oh, we do?
Yes, we do, Juancho. And that is the AEW Dynamite debut of La Virtuosa, Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh, yay.
Yes, indeed. She won her...
I like Deonna Purrazzo.
Hells yeah, it's just going to be weird talking about her in the different TV medium, you know?
Yeah, I really do hope that she just has a short-term contract of some kind. She does not belong in AEW, not because she's not good enough, but because she's too good.
Hell yeah, exactly. No, lady, have you looked at their roster? Jeez.
She probably has, is thinking, I'm going to make so much fucking money. Yeah, no. But,
all right.
Cordyceps was the fucking name. God almighty, is the fucking cordyceps mushroom. Fuck you.
Okay.
Ugh.
That being said, long story short, great technical match for both Deonna Purrazzo and Anna Jay, with Deonna Purrazzo coming out with the win, hitting her submission.
Wait, that was fast? Seriously?
Yep. Well, no, it was a longer match, but this is an honorable mention. I don't spend times on honorable mentions. Deonna Purrazzo won with the Venus de Milo submission hold, which is her double arm submission hold, by the way. That's the name.
Nice.
Venus de Milo. Yep. And then afterwards, Deonna Purrazzo and Toni Storm got into a war of words in their post-match promo segment. And yeah, it was pretty much fun. And the only knock I have is that, oh my god, at this point, this whole character with Toni Storm being timeless, we get it. Like, it started off fun, it started funny, but now it's getting annoying.
And by which you're just referring to the fact that anytime a camera is on her, it's always black and white?
Every time the camera's on her, it's always black and white. And I don't know. I guess a lot of the other silly things that she's doing, like, it's getting to the point where now it's all over the place.
What? Like what? Please explain.
Just you know, it's hard for me to interpret.
It's your show. We've got time.
It's difficult for me to understand. I mean, to try to understand what exactly they're doing with Toni Storm.
Then do what I do when you don't have the words. Word vomit it, and then eventually something good will come out.
I'm good. You know what? It's just not for me, honestly. I'm just not their crowd.
No, Jose, we liked the Timeless Toni Storm. I fucking like Timeless Toni Storm. I got no problem with Timeless Toni Storm. I got a problem with her continuing to be in a single black and white camera all the fucking time, but that's not even the point.
I guess that's it. Like, that's just it. Like, AEW keeps insisting on
that bit.
Yeah, insisting on doing that shit, yeah.
Like, other than that, I literally have no problem with her whatsoever. None.
Fair enough. All right, then let's go ahead and move on then. Still, great debut from Deonna Purrazzo.
Yes, the Virtuosa deserves better than All Elite Wrestling.
Yes, indeed. But here is a main event that definitely exceeded expectations, and this match is one-on-one for the AEW World Championship as the defending champion, Samoa Joe, goes one-on-one against the FTW champion, Hook.
All right, so it's official. The little boy who's got the championship that's not recognized, isn't real, was only ever really held by his dad and maybe some other guys, and isn't an officially recognized title. Got a world championship match.
Yes, indeed. In this match, and here we are. We're leveling up right here in South Carolina in celebration of Suicide Squad.
Jose, I have a fart waiting for you, and I will fart into the fucking mic and make it your fault. By farting into your mic. Give me your mic.
No, stop it. No. You already got me.
No.
You already told me to stay in my corner. This is not, I'm not your bitch, Juan.
Don't say anything about you being my bitch. I'm just going to fart in your microphone.
Well, no, you can fart in your hand.
No. Give me the mic.
No.
Give me the mic.
We need to talk about this.
Give me the mic.
This is Samoa Joe versus Hook.
Give me the mic.
Main event match.
Give me the mic.
For the AEW World Title.
Give me the mic.
Retract your damn hand.
Give me the mic.
No.
Give me the mic. Give me the mic.
No.
Give me the mic. Give me the mic.
Stop it.
Fine.
All right, moving on.
Fart on it later. You'll never see it coming.
Anyway, so great main event match. I honestly like the biggest question. Here's the thing: Hook, while he's great to watch on TV, has been a little bit of a point of criticism with wrestling fans. I've actually looked over on Twitter and on Reddit. It's a mixed bag. Like, people are saying the general consensus is he's great to watch, but he's only been in short matches, and they've yet to see him in a match where he can go the distance and actually, show what he can do. Right. And, of course, here's Samoa Joe, a veteran of the game, a multi-time world champion. This is the first time he's been AEW world champion, so good for him. And truthfully, like, I would say if there were better champions in AEW, as in champions that are actually meaningful, that would have actually made a little more sense for Hook to go up against the TNT champion. Well, going up against Christian Cage, that's one thing, or going up against anyone else who's holding the international title other than Orange Cassidy or whatever. No, it doesn't work like that. Damn
it doesn't work like that. No, sorry. And then going up against Samoa Joe, he doesn't have a lot of singles runs in him. Like I said, 2 years, 29 matches? Really?
Yeah, that's another bone of contention. Like, I think the fans would have cared a little bit more if we got to see Hook a little bit more. And that just a byproduct of the number one problem with All Elite Wrestling. Too many wrestlers in their roster.
And too many belts that don't mean anything.
That too. But that being said, our criticisms aside, this was still a fun match. Another classic David versus Goliath. The kid hanging with the men, the kids, the boys hanging with the men, whatever you want to call it. Hook right off the back, Hook started laying in right hand blows on Samoa Joe until Samoa Joe was able to cut Hook off at the legs and take control of the match. These guys continued to brawl at ringside, where Samoa Joe looks like he was trying to throw Hook towards the steel steps. Hook was able to catch himself, dodged it, jumped over onto the security barricade, and leaped and hit a clothesline on Samoa Joe at ringside.
Nice.
That was nice indeed. Samoa Joe, however, and it looked like he was trying to lift Joe for a suplex, but Samoa Joe stopped Hook in his tracks and laid him out with a Uranagi slam right through the announce table. Fuck indeed. And afterwards, Samoa Joe then took a stroll around the ring, soaking in the fans as the fans were chanting for Joe.
Holy shit, are you serious?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh my God. And then Hook got back into the ring before the referee counted to 10. And then Samoa Joe continued the assault on Hook, even laying him out with a muscle buster, but Hook was able to kick out after 2. And then And then, actually, no. He didn't kick out after 2. Hook kicked out after 1 and then hit a comeback onto Samoa Joe.
That was one thing that I did have a problem with. Because I was wondering if that was going to be the muscle buster that you were going to refer to. Yeah. Kicking out after 1? No. Child, you're not there yet. Sorry. Sorry, Hook. Sorry, Taz. Your kid ain't there yet, Cole.
Hook then hit a series of right-hand punches onto Samoa Joe, trying to knock the big man down, until eventually he picked up the 282-pounder for a Northern Lights suplex, but was only able to get a 2 count. Damn, such power.
Goddamn, son.
And then Hook tried to lock in the Kata Hajime, aka the Red Rum, but he couldn't get the submission hold locked in all the way. Samoa Joe was able to evade it and then hit Hook with another muscle buster, but Hook was able to kick out after 2. And then finally, out of desperation, Samoa Joe locks in the Coquina Clutch, and Hook passes out in the middle of the ring, unable to answer the 3 count. Your winner by technical submission, and still the AEW World Champion, Samoa Joe.
Hot damn. All right. Well, the right guy went over. I seriously believe Hook is like 2 years too early to a world championship run. Seriously, what the fuck, Tony Khan? What the fuck, Taz? I don't know what the hell these guys are doing. I like Hook, but he ain't the one. Not yet.
No, not yet. And then after the match, Hook actually got back on his feet, and he flipped off Samoa Joe and yelling at him, saying, like, is that all you got? So Samoa Joe went back into the ring, hit Hook with another muscle buster.
Boy, you lost! Shut the fuck up! Is that all you got?
And then left. And then just as Joe was about to leave again, Hook gets back on his leg and kept the trash talk going because he won't go down easily. And just as Samoa Joe was about to go back in and lay in some more hurt, out comes Hangman Adam Page to save Hook from the beatdown. And Samoa Joe leaves the ring.
So Hangman nailing and hanging with where he's not meant to be hanging.
Oh, he might as well be hunged, because then out from the crowd came Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana, and immediately the fans started chanting, "Whose house? Swerve's house." And damn, that must have been very awkward for Hangman Adam Page, because he's supposed to be the baby faces, and the fans are chanting for the cool heel.
What the shit?
Oh my god. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to paint the landscape for the next challengers for the AEW World title, Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. But man, how disappointing it must be for a Hangman to find out that the fans, they don't like you, dude. They like him. They like Swerve.
Ow. Fuck.
Juan, your thoughts of the post-match angles with everybody showing up?
Hangman had no business being there, but if Swerve is getting involved in it, then I guess.
That was quite a swerve, wasn't it?
Ow.
Ah!
I hate you so much. Why would you do that to me, Jose?
Oh my god. Folks, you gotta understand, like, without getting too personal, I've had a really shitty day today in my 9 to 5, and me getting out all the jokes right now and laughing and everything and having a good time, this is really cathartic for me. So
no one's gonna fault you on that, Jose. Not at all.
Yay.
Except for me, because I hate you forever.
Fine, whatever. I can live with that. But
I mean, like, I've been saying that for like all your life, so I guess.
But now it's time to shift gears into the relaunch of Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, and they kick things off in the hard way, Jack, with their first pay-per-view event, TNA Hard To Kill.
This was a celebration of what the spirit of TNA wrestling was meant to be about, how it was supposed to be, like, as they celebrate being, in their own words, a consistent alternative in professional wrestling for over 20 years.
Take that, AEW!
Ha! Vicente Guerrero in the chat was saying, even a badass like Hook needs to know when he's been beaten and shut the fuck up. Samoa Joe had to teach 2 lessons in the same match. Yeah. No, seriously. And he also said earlier, Deonna Purrazzo versus Taya Valkyrie could be epic, but that would mean Khan actually has to use Taya. Same for John Morrison versus anyone, but Morrison never gets used either.
Nah, brah. Morrison and Taya Valkyrie, they're busy either wrestling in Ring of Honor or wrestling on Rampage.
Or not wrestling at all. Shit, if I'm getting paid to do nothing, fuck yeah.
But I don't want to talk about all that elite bullshit. I'm here to talk about Hard to Kill. And the one thing that we're going to talk about is the main event of Hard to Kill. And it is a one-on-one match for the TNA World title. And it's the defending champion, Alex Shelley, going one-on-one against Moose.
Oh, holy shit. I think these guys are in trouble. This was last Saturday, and is all happening in Vegas.
Indeed.
The Palms Hotel. God dang it, I could have gone. No.
Thank you for letting us know, Juancho. Hard to Kill did take place over in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Moose is a former multi-time TNA World Champion. He earned this opportunity after winning the Feast or Fired briefcase, which gives him a title shot for the TNA World Title. And then this is how we got to this match. So it's speed versus power. It's speed and experience versus size and power as Alex Shelley tries to mount an offense against Moose. None of the offense seems to be landing against the leader of Moose Nation as Moose continues to overwhelm Alex Shelley with his power moves. The fight then breaks off at ringside as Moose continues the punishment, lays in those damn chops. And I got to remind you folks, Moose is a big guy. He
lives by his name. He's a fucking moose.
He's a fucking moose, dude. He's near 7 feet tall. He's about 300 pounds of pure lean muscle.
And as one motherfucker used to say, you can't teach that.
Why are we quoting Big Bill?
No, Enzo Amore.
Ew, that's even worse. Why would you bring that, Juancho? That penis is not consensual.
Good point. I'm not going to make that up anymore.
All right. But that being said, getting back to the action, Alex Shelley was able to hit a comeback on Moose, even at one point trying to lock in the Border City stretch, but Moose was able to power out of that submission hold. And then out comes Moose's new faction, I guess. It's Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, and Alicia Edwards, who are formed a faction with Moose for some reason. I don't know. I haven't kept up with TNA for a couple of weeks, so you'll excuse me if me and Juan are kept in the dark on this. So
right.
They tried to interfere. That didn't work out. Alex Shelley did try to hit the shell shock on Moose. Moose was able to dodge the finishing move out of the way and nails Alex Shelley with a spear to pin and win.
Shit!
Your winner and new TNA World Champion, Moose.
Oh, fuck. Well, I guess his little factioning paid off. He's now the TNA World Champion. Congrats, Moose.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, my Lord.
But unfortunately, Moose was not able to celebrate for too long because then, at closing in the closing minutes of the pay-per-view, we get the surprise TNA debut of the former world champion, another former world champion, hailing from Hollywood, Florida. Former WWE superstar Dolph Ziggler, now going by Nick Nemeth, hits Moose with a super kick and the zigzag and has declared that he is assigned with TNA Wrestling.
Oh, god damn. Well, I knew he would land on his feet real quick, so I'm real happy for him here. And yeah, he definitely deserves better than AEW. God damn those fuckers. So, yeah, like... Dolph Ziggler, when he got released from AEW, from WWE, fuck that. When he was released from WWE, I felt that was the most shameful fucking loss of like just pure talent and someone who's stepped up and who was such a workhorse. Even when you don't realize how much you appreciate the guy, like fucking the fact that he was gone. Holy shit. Also, HD the King TV on our Kick stream was saying this match was good, but fuck, made Hook look like a mid-carder. You're not wrong. It did.
It did. And you know, we're already past Hook. We're now talking about Ziggy Swag, man. And yes, Dolph Ziggler.
Ziggy Swag.
Dolph Ziggler was part of the large group of WWE wrestlers who were released from the WWE back in September of 2023. After the announcement of TKO Holdings, he was part of a mass firing of wrestlers, and this was right before WWE reported their quarter earnings. So, dick move, WWE.
God damn.
I know, right?
But good news is, Nick Nemeth, he's landed on his feet, and take a look at the background. Someone wearing a CM Punk shirt. That's it's fitting.
It's funny because Punk beat Ziggler in 2012.
That wasn't it. It was just the spiritual thing of things of CM Punk is the influence of you can make it anywhere if you're determined and shit. That
the grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it.
And he was trying to water it, but it turns out he was watering AstroTurf. So now he's back on actual grass. Vicente and it was over here in the chat. He's saying Dolph/Nick Nemeth in TNA is so badass. The guy's a workhorse.
Hells right. Yeah. That being said, it's gonna be a while for me to get used to me calling him Nick Nemeth. I'm so used to calling him Dolph Ziggler.
It's okay. You'll.
But one thing's for certain is that Nick Nemeth, or Dolph, however you want to call him, once again, he stole the show.
God damn. God damn, show off.
I know, right?
All right.
Now let's go ahead and talk about the official televised re-debut of TNA Impact.
Well, which was still in Vegas at the Palms.
Yes, indeed. And the opening matchup is a 6-man Ultimate X Scramble match featuring 6 men from the X Division. We have from top left to bottom right, Kushida, the former NXT Cruiserweight Champion.
Yeah.
We got Trey Miguel, the former TNA World Tag Team Champion.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Laredo Kid from Lucha Libre AAA.
Speedball Mike Bailey.
Former X Division Champion.
Vikingson.
Yep, El Hijo de Vikingo, the current AAA Mega Champion. And Vikingson, ha. And Jake Something.
Well, that's something.
Ha.
All right. So I love the X Division matches. I love the unpredictability of the X Division in TNA. That's one of their staples. It's one of the things that they're really good at. Let's see how they did.
Well, actually, before we get to that, let's briefly summarize how we felt about the production of TNA Impact, because we took a look at the set in the ring, and I thought it looked pretty cool. They've definitely stepped up in production-wise from Impact from last year. Juan?
Well, it's not really a step up; it's a noticeable change in production. You can tell, obviously, they're embracing their old yellow and gold, yellow and red coloring of the TNA brand, in order to help shift people away from the sort of blue and white kind of thing that they had with Impact,
or red and white.
It's like, okay, at least this is a noticeable change. You see that they're going in with the Impact Zone style stage once again, from the old days with the round entryway, which is cool. And I'm here for it. It's a very tight production setup, and even though we know for a fact that the arenas that TNA uses aren't nearly as gigantic, the way they film it, the way they keep the action tight and close, that without trying to make it look like it's this big cinematic thing like AEW keeps trying to do and failing, TNA feels like a big deal, even when if it's a smaller enclosure.
Indeed, and I agree with all of it, 100%. I guess my only tiny knock is that seeing all the red and yellow all over the place, it looks cool, no doubt about it. I love it, but it's giving me some weird Hulkamania vibes.
No, don't worry, Jose. Hulkamania is not there. What's with the Hulk Hogan colors? God dang it, Jose! You said you had to invoke it. Sound Mind comes in. Howdy there. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. What's with the Hulk Hogan colors? Those colors belong to TNA before Hulk Hogan graced them with his handlebar mustache. All right? He doesn't own the colors of yellow and red.
Yeah, seriously. That's about as silly as Taz owning the color orange.
Right? For real. And Matthew Coburn in the chat, hey up Matthew, and he's saying Kushida wearing Marty McFly's outfit.
That's the whole thing. Kushida is nicknamed the Time Splitter, and he is a big fan of Back to the Future.
Yeah, so you have on his wrist tape, he actually draws a big wristwatch on him, and yeah, he's a fan of Back to the Future, hence the Marty McFly cosplay. So I got no problem with that.
All right, so getting to the match. So there's 5 high flyers and 1 big dude.
That would be Jake Something.
And this is actually really cool, because a lot of these guys, they split it off into their little fights during the match. Kushida and Laredo Kid and Trey Miguel and Mike Bailey are at ringside brawling it out, hitting all their spots in. And we get a David versus Goliath clash between Jake Something and El Hijo de Vikingo. El Hijo tried to hit Jake Something with a series of chops, but that did not phase him. Like, his resistance points is too high.
I was like, are you kidding me? It's like 1 HP, 1 HP, 1 HP. Jake Something, 9999999.
That's exactly what happened.
God damn it. No, he clotheslined him or something?
Jake Something hit a hard right hand onto El Hijo de Vikingo and knocked him off his perch.
Yeah, okay, yeah, called it.
Yeah, no. It was definitely a lot of fun. Everyone got their big moves in. Jake Something hit the Boss Man Slam onto Laredo Kid, but onto El Hijo de Vikingo, but it was only able to get a 2 count. Kushida locks in the hoverboard lock onto Trey Miguel to try to get a submission win, but the submission was broken up by El Hijo de Vikingo. And then in the final moments of the match, after all the high flying, all the craziness, all the little guys trying to knock over this one big guy, Jake Something actually pulls something off.
What did he do? Tell me.
He finally hits Laredo Kid with the Boss Man Slam after everyone hits all their signature moves to pin and win. Your winner, Jake Something.
So the biggest motherfucker in the match beat all the other 5 high flyer dudes who were literally doing everything in their power to try to take him down. Only to fail miserably.
Because that's the message, kids. Size matters.
Ow.
No.
That's kind of ow, but still ow.
Oh no! I can't really knock the match. The match was great opening match.
All right.
And the right dude did go over, brother. Okay, that's my only Hulk Hogan joke.
No more Hulk Hogan jokes. I'm begging you, please.
Okay. Now let's get to the tag match joke. And hey, Wancho, speaking of rehabilitations, guess what joke is coming back?
What are you talking? What?
It's one of your favorite jokes.
What?
It's a tag team that you loved.
Holla holla.
That's right, folks. They were in NXT repackaged as the Crazy Dyad, and they were fired in October, and the joke was laid to bed for a long time until now. The former NXT UK Tag Team Champions, the Grizzled Young Vets, returned to TNA to take on Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian.
Grizzled Young Vet, he's a Grizzled Young Vet. He works so many tails, that's the times he forgets. It doesn't matter if he's curtain jerking or the main event, cause he's a Grizzled Young Vet. He's a Grizzled Young Vet. Holy shit. They're actually getting to be themselves again, properly. Also, why are we pushing Eric Young?
Oh, Juancho, you missed that joke, don't you?
With a fiery passion.
It's like revisiting an old piece of clothing that you never wore.
That you haven't worn in years. Yeah, like your favorite jacket, you know, and that you had in your closet, and you thought you lost it forever ago, but you're doing some cleaning, and then there it is. It was just tucked in the corner, and you couldn't find it.
Hells yeah.
That's cool. All right, let's do this.
Yep, I got to watch this tag match. Juan got to watch a little bit of the tag match. And damn, Grizzled Young Vets, despite being away from TV for a long time from WWE, these boys haven't missed a step.
Joseph, just because they're not on television doing professional wrestling doesn't mean
that they haven't been wrestling.
That they haven't been wrestling, or that they're out of practice. Come on.
Yeah, I know. They just fell off the radar. Like after their release, I haven't been able to see them anywhere until now.
Now it's now we're getting to see them properly in action. So let's do this.
In non-stop action. No, I'm gonna stop. All right. So Grizzled Young Veterans were able to hit a divide and conquer strategy against the TNA veterans. Grizzled Young Vets versus TNA vets. Awesome. Grizzled Young Vets were able to isolate Frankie Kazarian away from Eric Young, and I gotta say, Eric Young with a beard. That was a weird visual, but
I was wondering what the fuck. Like, Eric Young's never had any hair on his face or head, and the whole time that I've seen his career, he's always been a cue ball. He's always been clean shaven. Even when he was doing Sanity in WWE for 5 minutes, he was bald and clean shaved.
Actually, when he started in Sanity in 2017, he did have a goatee.
Really?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
And in the old days of TNA, I'm surprised you don't remember, he had hair.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he had crazy hair.
No.
You need to look him up.
I'm gonna have to look him up. Okay, fuck.
But that being said, Frankie Kazarian was able to mount a comeback. He was able to tag in Eric Young, and these guys tried to level the Grizzled Young Vets, but it's just no good, man. These English boys are far too experienced.
You're damn right. These guys know what they're doing, and it's tough because Kazarian and Young are actual Grizzled Young veterans. Like they're veterans of the game. These guys know each other left, right, and center, and you'd think that they'd work well as a tag team. So, all right, it's interesting that the Grizzly Young Vets are giving them a run for their money. And after an intense tag team match, the GYVs hit their tag team finishing move onto Frankie Kazarian, and I kid you not, it's so weird. I've never seen this move before. Basically, it's like Chris Jericho's Codebreaker, except it's from the two guys using their knees, one knee or the other, hitting the dude in the face. Ooh, what the hell?
It's definitely not their finishing move, Ticket to Mayhem, but it's something else, and it looks cool, and I like it, and they won. Your winners, the Grizzled Young Vets.
Shit.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice debut for the Grizzled Young Vets in the Impact Zone. This didn't leave a good taste in the mouths of Young and Kazarian, though.
Unfortunately, no. Eric Young and Kazarian were disappointed that they lost, but looks like Kazarian was feeling the salt a little bit worse than Eric Young because Kazarian turned on Eric Young in the middle of the ring and laid him out in a post-match beatdown. So Frankie Kazarian has turned heel and has left Eric Young laying in dust.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know, throughout the entire time that we've covered Frankie Kazarian here on Wrestle Rewind, whether it's AEW or TNA or Impact, whatever you want to call it, Frankie Kazarian has always been presented to me as a perennial babyface, and I've never seen him lead heel, not once. So this is new. This is brand new. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Well, he could give it a shot. Why not? I got faith.
Of course, absolutely. And as for the grizzled young veterans, you know what? If this leads to a career resurgence for them in TNA, where they go after the tag titles, awesome, because they freaking needed it, man. Having them being part of the, I guess we could say it right now, them being part of the schism was stupid, and repackaged as them cult followers.
It was fucking dumb.
It was very dumb. Come on, Shawn Michaels, what the hell?
It was fucking dumb.
Sorry. All right, but
it's good to see them wrestling in proper action here.
Hells yeah. Now let's get to the exciting segment of the night. The same man that stole the show has got a lot to say, and it is an in-ring segment with the wanted man, Nick Nemeth.
All right, so Ziggy Swag, as we called him, he got to have some mic time. What did he say? What was on his mind?
All right. So first of all, Nick Nemeth was welcomed in with loud cheers from the TNA fans. The fans love him, and Nick Nemeth got on the mic and he reflected on his 19-year wrestling career, on how he accomplished so much and captured so many championships. But his problem is that he did it while being under one umbrella. Of course, not directly naming WWE.
No, of course not.
Yes. So Nick Nemeth did mention that him being outside to explore outside that bubble, outside the umbrella, was a breath of fresh air for him, and he has one objective in TNA, and that is to become world champion.
Well, we've got a Moose who might have something to say about that, so good luck, buddy.
However, Nick Nemeth did mention that he has a lot of respect for TNA and its history, so he's not going to be gunning for the gold immediately. He will work to earn his way up to the top. So you know what? Great promo from Nick.
Good, good on you, Nemeth. Best of luck. We're rooting for you.
Hell yeah.
Very nice.
I like it. Great promo segment from the Ziggy Swags.
Oh, God, Vicente over here. Shocking. A guy nicknamed the Heavy Metal Rebel turned heel on Eric, former cult leader Young. Yeah, no. Yeah, the Violent by Design. He created Violent by Design. He had his evil cult.
And he's the one that got stabbed in the back?
Yeah. What was that about? Anyway, but point is, congratulations. Welcome, Nick Nemeth, to the Impact Zone. Good luck to you, buddy. We're going to be watching with great interest.
I'm still going to call you Dolph Ziggler.
No, you're not. You're not. Give it 2 weeks.
All right. Now, for this debut show of TNA Impact, we're not going to name out any bad matches or bad segments because there weren't any. So
holy shit.
Hells yeah, it was actually really good for the first show. Not bad all around. Even the silliness actually paid off.
Wait, what silliness?
There was a little bit of silliness with PCO, but at least he doesn't look that ridiculous.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that, and we're gonna have words when we're off the air, motherfucker. How dare you withhold this from me?
I was trying to spare you.
Spare you.
But now But before we get to the main event, let's get to the honorable mention on TNA Impact, and it's a one-on-one match between the Knockouts division, as the TNA veteran Tasha Steelz goes up against the newcomer Zaya Brookside.
The TNA would be nothing without its Knockouts division. I've said it once. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. The TNA Knockouts division, the women's division of TNA Impact, is leaps and bounds superior to almost any other promotion that I've seen in just the sheer presentation of the Knockouts, the representation, the variety of different women's talents there, the variety of storylines that you can have there, and that's why I always have nothing but love and respect for the Knockouts, not just because, oh mama, sexy ladies. It's these women will fuck you up, and I have nothing but respect for that.
Hells yeah. And a short little brief history on Zaya Brookside. Zaya Brookside was actually employed by the WWE back in 2019 until early 2021 under NXT UK before that brand went under. Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, Zaya Brookside was part of NXT UK in WWE. She was featured in their programming, and she was seen many times trying to vie for the NXT UK Women's Championship against Miko Satomura, but came up short. And then she unfortunately Unfortunately, the brand closed down along with 205 Live, and Xia Brookside was released from her contract.
Ow. All right. Well, she's on her feet and she's in the Impact Zone. Let's continue.
Hells yeah.
How's
Great
this
one-on-one
match?
action. Tasha Steelz getting the upper hand against Xia Brookside. She's the veteran, and she's also the heel during this encounter, cutting off any winded Xia Brookside's comebacks. Xia Brookside was able to get some offense in, and this was a relatively short match. Like, not super short, but short nonetheless, as Xia Brookside hits her finishing move I think it's called the Brookside Bomb or the Xia Bomb. It's a sit-out power bomb, and then she twists it into like this bridging pin cradle move to keep Tasha Steel's shoulders pinned down, and she got the victory. Xia Brookside won in her televised debut match against Tasha Steelz.
Shit! Nice! All right, congratulations, Xia.
Also, another fun fact about Xia Brookside, one of the wrestlers she looked up to was Saraya, a.k.a. Paige. She's a big fan of Saraya.
Who isn't?
Yeah.
Then again, no, very nice. Nicely done. All right.
Hells yeah. And now it's main event time.
This is the main event that went into overtime by like 7 or 8 minutes, which was what caused us to run late starting Wrestle Rewind tonight. So again, this is TNA's fault.
Hells yeah. Hells yeah. The appropriate yeah, it's TNA's fault. Sorry, buddies. But the
no disrespect, but yeah, get your time again.
The main event for the televised debut match of Impact Wrestling is none other than the second encounter from two incredible generational wrestling stars. That is Josh Alexander versus Will Ospreay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, Will Ospreay, a legend in New Japan, a recent signee to All Elite Wrestling. What do these people call him again? What is his name?
Will Ospreay?
Yes.
He has two nicknames. So he is in TNA. He is called the Billy Goat for some reason, and in the independent wrestling scene, he is known as the Aerial Assassin.
There we go. The Aerial Assassin was what I was talking about. Like, this guy, he's clearly heavyweight build. Clearly cruiserweight style. This guy's a force to be reckoned with, but then again, so is Josh Alexander. So yeah, the Aerial Assassin versus the Walking Weapon, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Tell us, Aze.
Okay.
Spit the good word out.
Oh man, my words are not going to do any justice, but I'll do the best.
No, they're not, because you fumbled. But let's go on.
But I'll do the best I can, folks.
Yeah, do it.
This was an incredible encounter. They first squared off last year. This second encounter was so much better. Obviously, Josh Alexander's the story is Josh Alexander's trying to work over the leg of Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay targeting the surgically repaired neck on Josh Alexander. And these guys went completely at each other. There was at one point they brawled at ringside, and the way the whole ring and the stage was set up, everything was all closed quarters, so there wasn't a lot of walking space at ringside. But despite that disadvantage, Will Ospreay was able to execute a beautiful tornado DDT at ringside, knocking down Josh Alexander. I showed it to Juan at the replay.
Yeah, okay, so you have, like, in order to pack in as many people as possible, like the ringside area, as if you guys know, the Impact the Impact Zone stage has one of those, has an elevated ramp that goes straight towards that's flush to the ring apron, is flush to the actual height of the ring. So that's always cool, but that also leaves very little space between the barricades and the ring. So that tornado DDT, the torque in it was very, very tight. It was very short. It was very close quarters, and the fact that it was executed at all, let alone with enough effect for it to land without, either Ospreay or Josh freaking breaking Josh's neck, is nothing short of a fucking miracle. So props to them on that. Go
Indeed. And there was at one point where Will Ospreay pulled out a table from under the ring, and he set it up, and he was looking to put Josh Alexander through the table, but the referee kept advising him not to do it because otherwise Will Ospreay will get disqualified. So rather than going straight for the lumber early on, the fight continues between both the Walking Weapon and the Aerial Assassin. Josh Alexander was able to hit Suplex City, only able to get 2 German suplexes in before Will Ospreay was able to counter the third one. Yep. And as the match continued on, both men are brawling in the ring apron, trying to fight as to who's going to go through the table. At one point, it looked like Josh Alexander was going to hit the C4 spike through the table, but it ended up being Will Ospreay getting the upper hand as he hits a tiger bomb, a jumping tiger bomb on Josh Alexander, jumping from the ring apron through the table at ringside, and both men collided, but it looked like Will Ospreay got the worst of it.
Fuck! Dear fucking God, it was insane, and the crowd was loving it. They were respecting both of these guys. The referees and the ringside medic were checking the guys, and they were like saying like, okay, are these guys okay? We don't know. But the referee himself was actually saying, no, like, we're not stopping the match. These guys are still okay. It's going to continue until there's a winner. Also, Matthew Coburn in the chat was saying, it's not as cool as Jim Brewer's Goat Boy. Ba-ba. God dang it.
No. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, these guys are cool. So, question, who isn't a fan of Paige?
Answer, Alberto Del Rio.
Oh!
Also, Alberto Del Rio is still a pig and he deserves a rotten hell.
Yeah, fuck him. He shouldn't be wrestling.
No, he doesn't deserve to wrestle at all.
Yeah. That being said, yeah, no, despite that, Josh Alexander was able to get back into the ring before the 10 count, and Will Ospreay continued the offense on Josh Alexander.
Yeah, no, like the second Josh Alexander rolled back into the ring, it was fucking like it was ridiculous because what was it, like Ospreay, he did like a baseball slide kick, or what did he do?
He did a baseball slide kick, knocking him on the head.
It's like, no, fuck you, just like baseball slide. He slid into home and it was safe, and Josh Alexander got face full of foot.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Yeah, foot in the face. Ow, fuck.
Yeah, no. And then at one point, these guys brawled at the entrance ramp, and Josh Alexander is on his knee, and Will Ospreay was trying to make a beeline and hit what's his face, and hit Josh Alexander with the forearm blade to the back of his neck. Josh Alexander was able to dodge out of it and hits Will Ospreay with a tombstone pile driver on the entrance ramp before putting him back in the ring.
Oh, God, that was wonderful because the Ospreay, he was trying like crazy to tee up Josh Alexander for his hidden blade elbow. You know that running elbow smash that he does, the hidden blade, and and Josh Alexander caught him like, no, fuck you, tombstone.
Yeah. And then when we got back into the ring, Will Ospreay was able to dodge Josh Alexander's ankle lock and the C4 spike. He hits Josh Alexander with his own finishing move, and he tries to go for the pin, but Josh was able to kick out after 2. And then Josh Alexander takes off the freaking headgear and starts firing up.
Yeah, like, you're in trouble if Josh Alexander is A, pulling down the straps on his singlet, B, taking off his headgear, or C, losing the mouth guard. If he loses all 3 of those at you, just make sure your affairs are in order.
Hells yeah.
There was like, okay, he's fucking done. He's not giving a shit anymore. Screw you, you're dead.
Josh Alexander and Will Ospreay continue to exchange strikes with a series of left and right hand punches.
Like, fuck you, slap, fuck you, slap, 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 slap.
Fuck you, slaps, lots of kicks, lots of forearm elbow smashing, and it is turned out into a fight. It is no longer a match. It is a fight.
They has fight. It was fucking awesome. I loved it.
It was great. And in the final moments of the match, Will Ospreay hits another hidden blade onto Josh Alexander, tries to put him away with the Stormbreaker. Josh Alexander was able to reverse it and then hits the C4 spike onto Will Ospreay to pin and win. Your winner, Josh Alexander.
Shit, yes! Oh my God! Like, folks, Jose and I, we were legitimately like, oh, come on, like, Ospreay already beat Josh once, like, let's not make it 2-0, let's not make it 2-0, let there be a part 3.
Please,
and
no!
It was fucking awesome. Like, how many fucking times did Josh put Ospreay in an ankle lock, and what were you shouting, Jose? You were shouting, lock in that grapevine.
Lock in that grapevine. I think it was like 3 or 4 times. Lock in that grapevine, man. Do it.
And he was ankle locking Ospreay on his left ankle, and there was even one point where he fucking like threw his leg down and stomped on it. He's like, fuck you, stomped on his fucking on the fucking ankle, like, no, and then picked it right back up and just kept right at it. For some reason, he went to the other ankle closer to the end.
That was so weird.
That was odd. Maybe, what, did Josh forget which one he was working? I don't know.
Guess.
Point is, they were fired up. They were both fuck you, slapping each other, fucking going as hard as possible. Hidden elbows left and right. Tiger drivers left and right. Attempted tiger drivers left and right.
A table spot left and right.
Spot. And fucking C4 spike to pin and win. It was wonderful. And this is the thing that actually kind of got me. Both of these guys, they were at their respective corners at the end of the match, just catching their breath.
And then out comes the Impact Executive President Scott D'Amore to address the TNA wrestling fans.
Oh, Canada!
Oh, Canada indeed. And Scott D'Amore, he cut an incredible post-match promo, hyping up the excitement of the main event, hyping up both Josh Alexander and Will Ospreay being two main event stars, and hyping up the overall excitement of the rebrand and the relaunch of Total Nonstop Action Wrestling.
And that, it was such a passionate, like, heartfelt speech, and Scott D'Amore, he was just like fired up. He was loving it. He was shouting like, "No, like, this is what it's all about." He was like, it just gives us, like, from the memories of when I was a little boy watching wrestling with my uncle or my grandpa or whatever. Like, it was like watching it as a little kid, watching these men settle it out in the wing, slug it out, and it was wonderful. And that spirit of TNA has returned and is bringing that in, and TNA will never die. And folks were fucking chanting TNA, TNA. And how did we seal the deal?
And we sealed the deal as the show closes off with both Will Ospreay and Josh Alexander shaking hands in respect.
And they raised each other's hand. Like Ospreay raised Josh's hand at the end of the show. It's like, yeah, you won this match. It's like, they were even in the commentary was good. They were even saying like, okay, before the bell rings and after the bell rings, Josh and Ospreay have nothing but respect for each other, but in the ring they slug it out. They hate each other's guts. But this was exactly how they ended it. They're like, okay, the match is over. We're done. Shake it out. We're fucking awesome. You're the man. Lisa Boo, have a great night, everyone. I'm heading to bed.
Have a good night, Lisa Boo.
Have a good night, Lisa Boo. We're wrapping up over here as well. And Vicente is saying Josh versus Will is an early match of the year candidate. That was great play-by-play on the main event. Thank you for that.
I agree. All right. And that about does it. Juan, ring the bell.
Don't mind if I do. Whoop. Let me fix that.
Damn it. Juan rung the bell of the camera.
There we go.
All right. So, final thoughts. So, for this week's televised debut of TNA Impact, definitely was gangbusters. All the matches were firing on multiple cylinders, and it looked like the former WWE cast-offs, the Grizzled Young Veterans and Xia Brookside, were given a chance to shine and win their respective matches, and I hope this means that there's big opportunities for them in TNA. And Nick Nemeth, a.k.a. Dolph Ziggler, I can't wait to see what he brings to the World Championship picture.
Yeah, no, the fact that they've got Nick Nemeth, that they've got Ziggy Swag over here, Dolph Ziggler, that increased the profile of TNA. I was hoping that he wasn't just gonna like fucking lose his shit somewhere and just like live.
No.
Thank God he's not.
Thankfully, that's not the case. And Josh Alexander and Will Ospreay had an incredible main event.
Wasn't Dolph Ziggler for 5 seconds? Wasn't he over at New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Yes, he made his debut at Battle for the Valley, and he brawled with Dave Finlay Jr.
Ow! Fuck!
I know, it's pretty cool.
Nice. All right. Now, so, congrats Dolph Ziggler, congrats TNA. A good coming out party, well done.
Hells yeah. Now, this week's edition of AEW Dynamite was a mixed bag. The opening match was definitely fun, and the main event, while it made Hook look like a mid-carder, was still a fun main event to watch. I did like the six-man tag match. The Bullet Club Gold winning the Ring of Honor World Six-Man titles. That was good.
I'm never going to call them the Bang Bang Gang. I'll literally call it Switchblade and the Ass Boys first.
Switchblade, anytime. Okay, fine.
Anytime.
Fine. All right.
Thank you, Danhausen.
All the other matches were all right. I liked Deonna Purrazzo's in-ring Dynamite debut, because she did debut on Collision. But if there's anything to dwell on that is completely tone-deaf and tasteless, it would have to be the interview segment with the Young Bucks.
As per the norm, I mean, come the fuck on. These guys are ridiculous.
The fact that they have to rely on the real-life controversy with CM Punk and mentioning it in storyline without mentioning his name tells us that these guys are not only creatively bankrupt, but they had an opportunity to run that story with CM Punk in AEW, but they didn't want to do business.
Because they're pussies.
I
mean, what do you expect?
Well, hang on a minute. What would be a good V word to replace? Because I want to put executive V pussies, but...
I don't know. Executive venereal pussies, I guess.
Okay, executive venereal pussies. That's a good one. Thank you, Juan.
Gross. Okay, point is, yeah, that just stunk. Like the segment with the Young Bucks fucking stunk. And like I said, the match with the 6-man tag match with Bullet Club Gold and what's his face?
Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony.
Yeah, like that was a good match. I really hate the fact that Brian Cage keeps having to job off. I really don't like it, but if it gets Bullet Club some action, I don't mind that much.
Yep, exactly. Now, this week's edition of NXT was definitely a solid show. The Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic continues to be awesome to watch.
Baby.
I like how they're playing off two storylines with Trick Mellow Gang and Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin.
The Wolf Dogs.
The Wolf Dogs, yeah, I know.
You were thinking about me in the shower?
That was so weird.
Okay, that was awkward. That was dumb. It was like, okay, haha, I'll give them that.
Yeah, I know. Everything else was pretty good. There was some great tag. There was also another tag match that, while it was good, it wasn't as great. Tag match between Lyra and Tatum Paxley versus Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez, where Tatum Paxley was dressed up as Lyra Valkyria because she's her bestie.
Isn't Tatum Paxley obsessed with Lyra Valkyria?
Yes.
Like creepy stalker obsessed?
Yes. And that's why she dressed up like her.
No.
That was so weird.
Woman, stop.
Yeah, no.
No means no.
Yeah, no. The only black note on it was Ridge Holland's character. Like, I really don't like the storyline that they're doing. That he's this guy that's injuring people, and while it doesn't come off as tone deaf as the Young Bucks with their real life controversy, it's still not something you want to present on TV.
Especially when he legitimately injured someone and killed the career of Big E. So, no.
But the main event was definitely fun, and Roxanne Perez did win, so I'm all for it.
Yay, Roxy. What the hell?
Yay. All right. So, just a couple of reminders before we close off this program. Since we will not be attending Central Florida Comic Con this Saturday, we will Los Amigos Play will continue this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern with the playthrough of Wonderful 101. Angel will be heading that up, of course. And please tune in on Sunday, because at Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, give us a second.
Yeah.
The Ravens Flock presents Juan. You're better at doing it than I am.
Super Subathon 9!
That's right. Join us, the Ravens Flock, this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern as we do a playthrough of the Super Mario Party. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of cringe, a lot of craziness going on between all of us.
We're going to institute polygamy in the Ravens Flock, only for us to divorce each other, all six members of the Ravens Flock at once.
It's this Saturday, January 22nd at January 21st at 1 p.m. Eastern, right here exclusively on YouTube. This is a subathon, so our goal is to raise those number of subscribers up. We want to break past the ceiling of 1,500 already, damn it.
And we ask for your help, folks over here. Do us a favor. Click on the link that I just put up over here, and either save the link, and we actually need you to do two things. One, click on the notification bell on it, so that way you're notified when we go live this Sunday. And two, copy the link and share it with all your friends. Get people to subscribe to the Ravens Flock. We'll appreciate every single one of you fine folks. And, bonus points if they tell us who referred you, or who referred them. So, like, for example, if Vicenta gets, 5 friends, they tell them Vicenta sent you, or if Matthew Coburn, etc. You guys get it. We want your friends to become our friends and to become our subscribers, and so that you can all join us under the wings of the Ravens Flock.
Pretty please?
With sugar on top.
That would be awesome. But we hope to see you guys Sunday. Now,
Subathon 9!
Exactly. With that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose as he reviews for you three of the best of the worst and three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to be up to date on all of our content. Become an interflocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting edition of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse, I'm Jose Casabona. And you know what? Congratulations, TNA.